The hard facts brought to you from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. Viewers, your life, my life doesn't really matter. And this is quite evident. 72 hours after 3 promising lives, 3 promising Indians, their lives were snuffed out because of criminal apathy on part of the MCD and Delhi government. There have been a total of 7 arrests. 7 arrests, viewers. Let me go over them. The arrested include CEO of Rao's IAS, the coaching coordinator of the institute in Rajendra Nagar, Delhi, the 4 owners of the building, and bizarrely the driver of a motor car that passed the study center. The driver is accused of generating the wave of water that broke the banks of the inundated road and entered the basement, to the horror of the students. Going by the logic of the police, it is almost as if the driver knew that there were students in the basement, that the water would pile into a home, that there was in fact water that was deep enough on that street. Viewers, this is escapism, to put it mildly. There has been no action taken against the guiltiest of all, the MCD, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. And viewers, you know, I know, and let them sue me for saying this, it is the most corrupt institution in the union capital, viewers. For the slightest infraction, viewers, they will knock on your door and they will ask for money. You know this. Probably all of you have had to deal with an extortionate MCD official. The MCD in this case, viewers, turned a blind eye to the illegal use of the basement by Rao's study circle in the pursuit of profit. Now you know, viewers, you know, citizens of India, that when the municipal authorities know, and they're almost always waiting, they're like those traffic policemen, viewers, who are hiding behind a tree and peeking out from behind it to catch you breaking a light. And yes, if you have broken a light, you should be punished. But usually what happens, viewers, is that they will come, they will take some money, they will go away, you will continue down the route that you were taking, or in this particular case, viewers, it's quite possible that the MCD looked the other way because perhaps money changed hands. Viewers, the MCD was also derelict in ensuring desilting so that rainwater did not collect, and most crucially, it ignored red alerts informing of danger to the students holed up daily in the basement from water amassing after rains on the road above. Just a little while ago, viewers, we put out a video on this channel and we're going to try and pull it out for you from the 15th of this month, where students from Rao's circle are looking out onto the street, which is absolutely inundated, deluged, viewers. Those are the pictures in the middle of your screen. And they're filming a student and they're light-heartedly bantering with him. And you can see him grinning, saying that he is an exceptionally brave person. Now, viewers, a huge expanse of street such as this, you can see that on your screens. Viewers, a pothole could have been opened, which almost always is on any Indian road. A drain could be uncovered. This young man is playing with his life. A complaint is filed by one of the aspirants who is studying in this circle, or who was studying in the Rao's circle, telling the MCD that there is a disaster waiting to happen. But the exemption being made for the MCD is like punishing only one of 2 murderers, viewers. The question is, why is the MCD exempt from criminal prosecution? The answer to this question was supplied by the glib AAP minister, who tried to convince us, as if we are fools, viewers, that only the Lieutenant Governor could act. Yes, he could sign on a department order, perhaps, viewers. But are you telling me that the Aam Aadmi Party and any of its karyakartas that think nothing of filing cases against journalists, who think nothing of taking spy camps and exposing their own and then filing FIRs against them, can't go to the police station? Or are you telling me that the MCD that gets a complaint in writing can't go to a police station and file a complaint and show up at this place and ask them to stop the illegality? Viewers, are we really now being taken for granted as if we are idiots? I would assume so. But nonetheless, listen to what Mr. Bhardwaj has had to say, viewers. He is the minister in charge.
मुख्य सचिव को बोल रहे हैं, वो कार्रवाई नहीं कर रहे। पीडब्ल्यूडी प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी को कह रहे हैं, वो कार्रवाई नहीं कर रहे। सबूत दे दिए, वो कार्रवाई नहीं कर रहे। काम ठेकेदार कर रहे हैं, पेमेंट ठेकेदारों को हो रही है, करोड़ों की ठेकेदारी हो रही है। तो कौन जिम्मेदार है? मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी से पूछना चाहता हूँ। मैंने तो MHA तक को बता दिया, गृह मंत्रालय को भी लिख के बता दिया कि ये चल रहा है दिल्ली के अंदर, तो भी MHA ने कोई कार्रवाई नहीं की। तो भी MHA ने जो है इसी मुख्य सचिव को दोबारा से 3 महीने का एक्सटेंशन दे दिया। तो सब मिले हुए, ये तो सब जो है इन बच्चों की हत्या के दोषी हैं, ये सब हत्यारे हैं और इनकी जांच होनी चाहिए।
Now viewers, this is of course humbug. The AAP holds a press conference at the drop of a hat. If they knew all of this, why didn't they hold a press conference daily? Do lives not matter? Or only one life matters, viewers? That one life that is in jail. The only question the last week that the AAP raised in the House with regards to Delhi, viewers, which attracted the headlines, was that Tihar jail should be given more funds. That is their priority. And viewers, this gentleman, Mr. Bhardwaj, he's hiding behind technicalities he's entitled to. If he has lost his soul, his conscience, he's entitled to hide behind technicalities. But let me tell you, viewers, that his own colleague, an MLA called Durgesh Pathak, who also was an IS aspirant at one time and has studied in some of these circles and is in charge of the MCD and is also the MLA of Rajendra Nagar, he comes out and says that it's not just this, enough is enough. It's not just this place. All the other basements in his area are being used illegally. Now, what a treasure trove of knowledge this man is. What has he done about it, viewers? Dharne pe to sab baith jate hain. Everyone sits on a dharma at the drop of a hat. I didn't see any dharna by the AAP for the hundreds of illegalities. He said more than 1,000 illegalities are happening under his nose. Is he the MLA? If he is, what is he doing about it? There is nothing stopping the Delhi government from filing a complaint against the errant MCD officials with the police under the stringent charges of the IPC. Naturally, the BJP is also up in arms along with hundreds of students. Viewers, the AAP needs to accept responsibility. There is more than enough evidence to show that it has been criminally negligent. What if I told you that the high-powered committee headed by Chief Minister to ensure that Delhi is prepared for the annual monsoon deluge has not even met once since 2022. How about that for taking the people of Delhi for granted? And when it met in 2022, my friends, viewers, it was not the Chief Minister who was chairing this meeting. It was the Deputy CM. Even though the Apex Committee is chaired by the Chief Minister, which in this case is Arvind Kejriwal. Now let me take you through some of the facts, viewers, and they're on your screens. A letter written by Principal Secretary of the Lieutenant Governor to Home Secretary. And that letter, viewers, was written in urgency on the 3rd of July 2024. The letter slams the Delhi government for the, quote, lackadaisical approach, unquote, towards monsoon preparation. The letter says last meeting of the Apex Committee was headed by which is headed by the CM, was held in 2022. The letter says no Apex committee meeting was held in 2023, even though Delhi faced a flood emergency. You remember, viewers, how bad it was in Delhi last year. Another set of hard facts. No flood control order was issued. Can you believe it, viewers? The DO issued by Principal Secretary of the Lieutenant Governor to Chief Secretary in the Government of Delhi on 28/6/2024, 1 month ago. What does the DO say? AAP Delhi government was intimated about the lack of preparedness in the eventuality of excessive rainfall in the capital. The DO says no flood control order has been issued by the Delhi government as of 28/6/2024, 28 June 2024, 1 month precisely before this tragedy took place. The DO says the power department had not yet ensured that DISCOMs had taken preventive steps to prevent any naked wires being exposed to the elements across the capital. Just a few days ago, another IS aspirant was electrocuted because of a naked wire. Here's another bunch of hard facts. Drainage desilting plan is still pending. Big controversy over it. The AAP says, yes, we've already sanctioned it. The Delhi government says the LG's office has sat upon the proposal to create a unified agency to carry out the desilting of drains in Delhi. The proposal was sent to the Chief Secretary on August 2023, a year ago, by Chief Secretary to Minister in charge of flood control, Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj. February 2024, the Minister sat on the file for 5 months and sent it back to Principal Secretary INFC. April 2024, the file was sent back to the Minister. Action on the file not undertaken since then. The Minister has now put out some document to say that, yes, I have already signed off on that order. So the LG needs to update himself, but we still haven't formed the committee, the single agency to look after desilting. That will take time. After the rains, we'll do it. It doesn't end there. The MCD, as I mentioned earlier, was tipped off about looming disaster by an IS aspirant just under 2 weeks ago, and I told you about that, viewers. He saw that water collected, which I just showed you on your screens. And he said, this is a disaster waiting to happen. Nothing happened, viewers. And, viewers, let me tell you, the first complaint was sent on June 26, 2024, more than a month ago. It cited the illegal use of the basement. On July 15th, he followed it up with a complaint, 2 reminders. Can you believe it, viewers? Nothing changed. No one moved a muscle. The MCD was completely sleeping on the job. Let's open this up. We have to ask some questions. We have to seek some accountability, and we won't end, viewers, till heads roll, big heads roll. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst who backs the Aam Aadmi Party, is with us. Dr. Muni, you're a sensible person. I hope today you're not going to tell me that the MCD was waiting for this tragedy to happen after it was alerted by some of the students. And if it wasn't waiting, and if it had a complaint, then don't you believe that the MCD officials, including the mayor and perhaps the MLA in charge of the MCD, Mr. Durgesh Pathak, should be booked for culpable homicide not amounting to murder, sir?
Rahulji, I was listening to you in the introductory remarks, and by your remarks, it was pretty clear that there was lack of coordination between government of Delhi and its secretaries, that is the bureaucrats. Now, why is it happening? It is happening because you talked about a meeting that didn't happen since 2022. On 6th February, the Minister of Urban Development, that is Saurabh Bhardwaj, called a meeting of all departments. Like what happens in monsoon season, it comes and flooding happens. And then what happens is that each and every department pass the bucks. So PWD, MCD, UD, Chief Secretary, Vigilance, all the department was called for a meeting for disaster management control and flooding specifically regarding monsoon preparation. Clearly it is mentioned in the subject. Let me tell you that not a single secretary including the chief secretary, turned up for the meeting. They didn't turn up. After that, on 13th February, the meeting happened. They didn't turn up. There was multiple meeting calls, but it was neglected. And
Okay.
in June 2024, when finally the meeting happened with Urban Development Minister, PWD Minister, PWD Secretary Mr. Amrasu, Chief Secretary Mr. Naresh Kumar, it was seen that the minister was citing lack of preparedness regarding monsoon.
Okay.
And interestingly, the
Dr. Muni, Dr. Muni, all these things might be true. You might be right. Let's assume that both sides are culpable. Now, there are two questions I want to ask you, and very simple, basic ones. Why do you think the students drowned, sir? Can you give me that answer? Do you know why they drowned?
I don't think they should have drowned.
No, do you know why they drowned? There are only two reasons. Can you tell me those reasons?
One reason.
Because the flood water in the road went into the basement of the room.
The basement which was being illegally used. It should not have had students there. It should have had cars parked there. You know about this, don't you?
Yes, I know.
I wish you had said that right up front. Now I'll tell you, viewers, all that might be true. The silting work didn't get done. We're quite used to it. We put up with it, viewers, every day of the year. All this coordination, lack of coordination. But the MCD is in charge of spaces. The MCD today is run by the AAP. They celebrated left, right and center, especially in Rajendra Nagar, viewers, when they won the MCD election, because they said, we will give you London. They said, we will give you London, we will give you Singapore. Viewers, they gave us death. Those MCD officials who got elected did not go and check, as they are supposed to, what that basement was being used for. The water collects everywhere, viewers, in this country, everywhere, because no one does their job. And you and I, we give our taxes, we don't ask for accountability, we're like sheep that are slaughtered. But viewers, the students were not meant to be there. Now, Bhardwaj and Pathak and the whole brigade can go hang themselves. But I want to know, why didn't the MCD go there and strike down? Take the license away, Dr. Ranganathan, from Rao's Institute when it was actually breaking the rules, putting students where they were not to be put. And can anyone tell me how any chief secretary, secretary, whatever you want to call them, could have stopped the MCD from doing that? Its job.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. It's a terrible day and terrible news, and my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved and the families, what they are going through right now. I can only imagine. First of all, I'm very grateful that the Aam Aadmi Party did not blame the basement for it. I have great regard, as you know, for Dr. Muni, but today I'm afraid he was talking like a bureaucrat. When you asked him what was the reason why the 3 students drowned, he should have answered in just one sentence. It was that they were there illegally. And no amount of calling chief secretaries for a meeting for desilting, for de-waterlogging or whatever can compensate for the fact that for 2 years MCD has been in charge through Aam Aadmi Party. They should have banned all the illegal basements. The basements were there for car park, not for library. I can't even imagine to tell you, it pains me that they were actually buried alive, almost the same, because the water started flooding and the biometric of the door failed and the door was shut for 3 hours. They were shouting and screaming and then the water just enveloped them. I mean, this is the kind of death that I just don't know what to say. And today, is it the day for me to give you data? I doubt it, Rahul. I can tell you that 100,000 Indians die of electrocution every year, 30 a day. I can tell you that 51% of the deaths due to municipal negligence happen in a metro like Bangalore. I can tell you 250,000 Indians die of road accidents. I can tell you in the last 6 years, MCD has identified 55,000 illegal structures. But I'm not going to give you the data because this is beyond something that can be catalogued. Here, the emotions have to supersede whatever data can be scribbled to. And I'm also not going to blame the politicians, because for how long will we keep on blaming the politicians? We know they are Teflon coated. It doesn't matter to them. If it mattered to them, these deaths would have stopped decades ago. So today, at the risk of again having a contempt of court slapped on me, I want the Chief Justice of India to answer. When he can have a suo moto cognizance of anything that happens, every Tom, Dick and Harry supposedly violates the rule in India, when he can have midnight hearings for terrorists, why on earth has he not had a suo moto cognizance of this when for 2 years there were hundreds, possibly tens of thousands of illegal structures operating in the basement where students were studying there? Does he not know this? And if he's known this for 2 days, where is the Supreme Court action on this? I want action, Rahul. No amount of data can compensate for the lives.
Dr. Ranganathan, I just want to say two things. I was about to tweet today morning, and it took a lot to restrain myself. I read a headline that the number of pending cases in the Supreme Court and in our courts has actually grown in the last 5 years. And this is under a Chief Justice of India who keeps promising to not just change the scenario, but that liberty is what matters to him most. So viewers, the system has completely failed you. Today I was driving after dropping my daughter on her first day to school, and I found that cars were coming the other way onto the street that I was driving on. And there was a policeman standing there, and I asked him, I said, kuch kar lijiye. He said, ja aage ja, apna kaam kar jaake. This is his response, viewers, to me this morning. Had there been an accident, this would be the response of the people that you elect, that you allow yourselves to be bullied by. There should be a mass agitation today in the Union capital. Candles should be lit outside every home. Everyone should be saying, enough is enough. And I want to ask the BJP spokesperson tonight, Ms. Sanju Verma, you know, I would have expected the BJP, yeah, it doesn't matter, you'd be accused of political vendetta by the ecosystem. I wish you had all filed a case, criminal cases, against every AAP leader or whatever it is that looks after Rajendra Nagar. But that hasn't happened either. I don't know if the BJP has gone up and filed a case, a suo moto PIL, on your own letterhead in that Supreme Court against the mayor of Delhi. And if you haven't, then I'm sorry. Your inaction is a sign of your complicity.
Rahul, first and foremost, my sincere condolences to the kith and kin of the 3 students who died in the most horrifying and unfortunate circumstances. And I will answer your pointed query without shoving things under the carpet. First things first, and this is not playing politics, Rahul. I've done a zillion debates even on the NEET issue, including on your channel. And I've always said, could the central government have done more? I categorically said, despite being the national spokesperson of BJP, yes, more could have been done and more should be done to put the system in place. And today, again, without beating around the bush and playing politics, while Mr. Ranganathan says today is not the time to talk about data, he's right partially. I will not rattle out data, but some things need to be told because accountability needs to be fixed. Each time something happens in Delhi which comes directly under the aegis of Aam Aadmi Party, which comes directly under the aegis of Arvind Kejriwal, which comes directly under the aegis of Atishi Madlena, which comes directly under the aegis of Saurabh Bhardwaj. I see people doing this fine job of trying to say, oh, maybe it was not Aam Aadmi Party, maybe it was BJP, maybe it was the LG, maybe it was the Chief Secretary, and they try to befuddle the audience. They try to confuse, people who are watching widely watched shows such as yours to peddle a false narrative. First things first, let's get the facts straight because your show is about the hard facts. Who's the Chief Minister of Delhi currently? Though, albeit he's running the state of Delhi from the confines of Tihar jail, it is Arvind Kejriwal. Who runs the Delhi Jal Board? It is the Aam Aadmi Party. Who runs the Flood and Irrigation Control Department of Delhi? It is the Aam Aadmi Party, Saurabh Bhardwaj to be specific. Who runs the NCD? It is again the Aam Aadmi Party. Don't forget that the NCD currently has 134 councillors from the Aam Aadmi Party alone out of a total strength of 250, which means 54% of the NCD is manned and womaned by Aam Aadmi Party. So for them to say, हमसे ना हो पाएगा जी, ये तो एलजी की गलती है, बीजेपी की गलती है, मोदी सरकार की गलती है, that is a whole lot of balderdash. And let me ask something. How is it that when there was a dengue in 2016, Arvind Kejriwal was busy treating his throat infection at Bangalore's Jindal Clinic? When the horrifying COVID tragedy struck everybody globally, including India, and bodies were piling up at the Nigam Bodh Ghat, it was Narendra Modi and Amit Shah who had to step in. And I remember very categorically that every day Arvind Kejriwal's mug would be plastered on television screen saying, मैंने वैक्सीन लगवा ली है जी, मेरे पिताजी ने भी लगवा ली है, आप भी लगवा लीजिए. Whenever there is flood, he says LG की गलती है.
Okay.
When there is drinking water paucity, he says मोदी सरकार की गलती है. Parali burning issue, till the time Aam Aadmi Party was not in power in Punjab, they were blaming Congress. But now that Bhagwant Mann is there in Punjab, Aam Aadmi Party is ruling Punjab. अब ये कहते हैं पराली burning issue के लिए हमें मत blame कीजिए, हरियाणा और उत्तर प्रदेश को blame कीजिए. My limited point is this: each time I think of Arvind Kejriwal, I remember Marie Antoinette, who said if they don't have bread, let them eat cake.
Okay,
in one of the most horrifying
I understand
acts
that.
of lethargy, criminal negligence, and incompetence.
Viewers, I'm not going to give up on this story that easily, because, I keep reading this stuff about, oh, you must be paid, ads are coming, from the AAP, etc., etc., so that's why you're keeping quiet. No. Viewers, we are going to ask those questions till they get tired. Some of you people out there who are great AAP supporters get tired of this story. But I want to ask the Congress, sir. Tehseen Poonawala, you're a supporter of the Congress, and I was looking very hard today for about 2 or 3 hours, actually. I wasted my time on Google looking for reactions of the Congress on this story, and I came across 2 or 3 statements, one by Mr. Kharge, one by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And they were mystifying. They said there's corrective responsibility here. So pinning the blame on both the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Fine, you can do so. Technically, you can hide behind all of that. The same Congress, of course, took a very different view of the Hathras stampede. Horrible tragedy, bigger one than this. But I don't want to get into comparing viewers' lives and statistics, because every life matters. But I want to ask a more simple question. Forget about all of this. I'm not going to drag the Congress into a blame game, this, that, the other. I'm just going to ask you, will the Congress continue to support the AAP, lend its support at the national level, and most importantly, for the upcoming state elections about 6 or 7 months away? Simple question tonight.
Rahul, thank you for having me. I share the onset my deepest condolences to the kith and kin of those who've lost their lives, and also congratulations to you. Your daughter started school. Look, Delhi is a mess. It's stuck between 2 political parties that have destroyed this national capital, and I'm coming to specifically answering your question about Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. So no, I don't believe there should be a Congress alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party as so far as Delhi or Punjab is concerned. At Parliament, India alliance can be there, but not in the state assembly for sure. But Delhi is destroyed. It's been completely destroyed. And allow me to expose the hypocrisy. Arvind Kejriwal ji and his supporters say, look, everything's under the control of the LG. The LG controls everything. We have no powers. Yet, that did not stop Arvind Kejriwal ji from building a sheesh mahal for 50 crores or 40 crores with a commode for 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs and curtains for 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs. I believe Anand was a number of shows with me criticizing Arvind Kejriwal for this splurge of money. It does not stop Kailash Gehlot ji, the transport minister, from plastering his picture on every bus. There they don't require permission from the LG. On the other hand, the BJP has taken away the powers, yes, it's true, from the ministers of transferring secretaries. And I'll tell you what, where I agree with Anand, I'm going to go one step further and I'm going to offend the courts today. And it is my responsibility to offend, it is not the channels that are saying. Our Honorable Supreme Court, before His Majesty we all bow, sits on bail matters. It is not the job of the Supreme Court to sit on bail matters. It does not sit on constitutional matters. The Supreme Court gave a ruling in the LG versus Union and Delhi government transferring of bureaucracy judgment that was overturned by Parliament. constitutional ban, they've still not sat on it.
Yeah, that's,
This
you know,
is
I'll tell
the
you.
judiciary.
Let me, you know, viewers.
I want to add one
You know,
point if you allow me.
one second. I was reading, one second. I was reading this great Kharge's remark today. We gave Delhiites a first-class city, he said.
Yeah.
See, I've looked at, you know, viewers, they say that, oh, they both made a mess. This BJP and AAP have both made a mess. Do you know, viewers, the Congress had an opportunity to give Delhi full statehood. Do you know it blocked it? Dr. Ranganathan, I don't know if you know, in 2003, the Congress-led government introduced the NCTD bill, which proposed limited statehood for Delhi. Bill was met with opposition from various quarters, including the BJP, the left, and it was referred to a select committee where it gathered wool.
No, absolutely, Rahul. Look, every political party has promised statehood.
So sorry. Just Rahul, 2003, Vajpayee was Prime Minister.
Yeah, Rahul, I wanted to make...
Hang on. One second. You introduced a bill which you put later on. You came to power within 6 months of this development in 2004, and you referred it to a select committee. In 2015, the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi introduced a resolution demanding full statehood for Delhi, but it was rejected by the Congress and the BJP.
Congress had zero in the
Yes.
Listen, you know,
Rahul, can I
don't be so clever by half that, you know, we all end up looking foolish. Okay, I have the statement from the Congress leaders who oppose statehood. Yes, one second. I'm just, Dr. Ranganathan was saying something. Make your point and then Sanju Verma comes in. Yeah.
Yes, you know, there are, as far as I know, 4 pillars of democracy. We all of us have criticized the politicians, legislatures, the executive, yes, for not acting on this. The judiciary
let's go.
There should be a contempt against the Chief Justice. But I want to spend the next 30 seconds against the 4th pillar.
Yeah.
This is the supposed hallowed pillar that, you know, takes care of, speaks truth to power. Where are all those guys? All those guys who say Godi media, where are all those? Where is their speaking truth to power? For them, only Modi is in power. Didi is not in power. Kejriwal is not in power. Stalin is not in power. This is the extent to which the media has gone to the gutters, that they will not speak up. They might as well, and I'm telling you, Rahul, in the coming days, they might actually blame the basement for this. This is the kind of journalists that we have right now.
You know, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised at all. Viewers, I get trolled every day. I put out some hard facts. I get trolled. No one contradicts me on facts. They say I make money from here, I make money from there. I mean, you know, viewers, I dare them to file a case against me, and the day they do that, I'll put out, in any case, I only earn one salary. My entire income tax record is there, easily observable, etc., etc. So I'm waiting. And I've goaded them several times, file a case, go, ask the IT to investigate. But that's not what I'm talking about here, viewers. I want Ms. Verma to come in. You didn't answer my original question, Ms. Verma, and I want to know, why hasn't the BJP filed an FIR? You have filed it in all other cases, liquor this, liquor that, the ED is there, everybody. Why isn't the CBI getting into this? This is a massive, could be thousands and thousands of crore racket. If 1,000 basements are illegal in just one little locality, imagine what it's like across the capital.
Rahul, let me be very clear.
Yeah.
You know, the BJP will do what it needs to do. There is absolutely no second opinion on that. But I want to also say one thing. You know, I don't want to get into this debate of Godi media versus Piggy media. But now, since Anand Ranganathan has raised this very pertinent issue, I will go so far as calling the bluff of people like Swati Chaturvedi and Rohini Singh, who jump up and down when a tragedy occurs in Uttar Pradesh and they start asking for the resignation of Yogi Adityanath. Something happens in Assam, they are baying for the blood. Please keep quiet. Who's this? I did not heckle you.
They are not here to defend themselves.
Keep quiet.
Keep quiet.
Don't
take their name. They are not here to defend themselves.
I will speak what I need to speak. Rahul, can I finish?
I can't hear what is going on. One second. Whose name has been taken? I can't hear if people are speaking over each other. Then tomorrow some fact checker will leap in and say that I didn't interject. So I'm going to interject.
Can I finish?
One second. Whose name did we just say?
I will say whose name I spoke. I want to ask you, Rahul Shiv Shankar, is Narendra Modi there every time when he's demonized by the likes of Tehseen Poonawala? No. Why does he get agitated? Tehseen Poonawala, shut up. Now shut up.
No, one second. No,
Please
hang
shut
on.
Rahul,
One
I
second.
need my time.
Tehseen, you
I
can
need
come
my
in.
time.
You can come in right after. Let her finish her point.
Yes.
She's asking you, when Amit Shah, you troll Amit Shah, is he here on the
Can
show?
I please finish?
Yes.
I do not need lectures on propriety from paid political analysts who still call Amit Shah Tadipar despite Supreme Court giving him a clean chit. They still keep quiet. Tehseen Poonawala, shut up.
You can respond.
Shut up.
Let her finish. You can
Shut
respond. I
up.
promise you, Tehseen, you can respond
Yes.
at length. No problems. Yes.
I don't take money
Okay.
from TV channels to spew gibberish.
Okay.
I have enough of my
Neither
own,
is
so now
Tehseen
listen.
taking any money from us, so that's okay.
Yes.
So let's not
I don't
make
care
that
whether he
the case.
takes or
Yes.
he does not.
Okay.
Can I finish
yes.
now,
Yeah.
Rahul?
Make your point.
Because I don't heckle
Make your
anyone on
point.
your show, I expect you to
Make your
moderate.
point. Make your
I'm
point.
making my point. Please don't rush me. I need my 45 seconds.
Yes.
First and foremost, I repeat, the likes of Swati Chaturvedi and Rohini Singh, who are baying for the blood of Yogi Adityanath, baying for the blood of Himanta Biswa Sarma,
No, one second.
baying for the blood of
One second. Look,
Singh
I have
Seni.
no love lost for anybody, but I'm not going to allow names to be used here because these people will turn around and they will ask for explanations and sue, and that is a valid
let me
thing.
come to
So
my
I am
second point.
So please, I am not going to entertain this. Please keep
Let me
this
then
above
come to
board.
my second
You
point.
can refer to a generic Godi media or whatever you want to, Piddi media, whatever
Can
media
I
you want to
make my
refer to.
second point?
Let's keep names out of this. I will not have that on that show, please.
Thank you.
Very, very important. Yes.
Thank you. Now that you will not have names on the show, let me come to the more important argument. Let me just say this, and again with no offense to some of the panelists here. You want to nail the Supreme Court, well and good. You want to nail the BJP and ask us for accountability, well and good. But please, for God's sake, today don't make this about Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP. The mayor of Delhi is from the Aam Aadmi Party. The deputy mayor of Delhi is from the Aam Aadmi Party. The PWD department is run by the Aam Aadmi Party.
I agree with you. We made that very clear. We made that very clear. Even the ticker at the bottom of the screens is asking for accountability from those people. No, one second. Everyone is. No. Come on. I began by asking a very straightforward question.
No, you are not asking for his resignation, which you do in the case of a BJP ruled state.
Have you seen the Twitter handle?
that
Have
in
you
the
seen
case
what
of a
I said at the
BJP
beginning?
state.
One second. Have you seen some of my debates which actually have asked directly for Mr. Kejriwal to step down?
Today.
But anyhow,
Rahul, I'm talking about today.
I mean, it's obvious that you would ask for accountability right
Why
from
is
the AAP.
Kejriwal not being named and
Okay,
shamed? Why
let's
are
ask for it.
people taking this
Yes,
AAP
let's
versus
ask for
BJP
it. Don't
narrative?
worry. Let's ask for the accountability from right from the CM down to the last MCD official. I have no qualms about asking
Yes,
for all of
because
those.
fire
My
department
point
also
is, viewers,
Aam Aadmi Party.
we can get lost every night on this political tutu meme, and for that, I do believe that Sanju Verma says we should not descend into this quagmire. I did not appreciate the fact that the good doctor, Dr. Muni, began by again giving us a litany of facts that took the argument in a completely different direction without addressing the most basic question here. That those people died because they were in a place where they were not meant to be. Now, Tehseen Poonawala, I want to ask you, your party that calls itself the conscience, the saver of the nation's soul, the upholder of the constitution, you've gone missing. You're completely missing in this agitation for justice. Why? Rahul Gandhi hasn't rushed to meet any of the family of the victims. Why?
No, the Congress will ensure justice is
No.
done. They will
How
also
are you going to
that-
ensure? By keeping
I'll
silent?
explain.
By giving Mr. Kejriwal support?
No, how? I'm telling
By
you. there
keeping
should
him
be
in
no
the
alliance.
India alliance?
The India alliance is a different issue.
Oh, it's a
There
different
will be
issue.
no alliance in Delhi.
Now,
there will be
viewers,
no alliance.
just 1 minute. Just stop.
Can I make
Just
one
stop.
point,
I'll tell
please?
you.
I just want to make a point on Amit
There
Shah.
was an independent person, an MP, supporting the NDA some time back, and the Congress said that person should be sent to jail. And the BJP should denounce their ties. And now the India alliance is out of syllabus tonight.
No, it's not. How is it out of syllabus? They are together in India alliance. They won't be together in Delhi. It's not
So
out
I'm
of
asking
syllabus.
you,
It's different.
do you believe that you should continue to have an element like the AAP that has no value for human life, and because you insist on the same from the BJP, why shouldn't that question apply to you today? Why should the AAP continue being a part of the India alliance when the Congress itself attacks it in Punjab, attacks it here in Delhi? Who are you kidding? And if you're not kidding, then why are you absolving?
Not absolving. There'll be a fight in Delhi and there'll be a fight in Punjab.
But they're still part of your alliance. How can you have how can you have a chief minister that you yourself accuse of corruption, you yourself accuse of negligence?
Amit Shah ji accused Congress of being the most corrupt man in the history of India.
There you go. Viewers,
he's in alliance.
Viewers, you see, this is it. Whataboutery is the default setting. Whataboutery is the default setting. Dr. Ranganathan wants to come in. 1 second.
Rahul, that's why I said in the beginning.
Okay, you make your point. Make your point. Finish your point. Yes, Tehseen Punar, make your point. Dr. Ranganathan and I are not running away. Yes.
At least the Congress is clear there'll be no alliance in Punjab and Delhi.
Boy.
The BJP not only accused Congress of corruption, went and formed a government with them in the state and in the NDA. Here it's only India alliance, it's not state alliance. Congress is better than BJP.
The debate is about 3 students who lost their lives thanks to criminal lethargy of
and you got in women who are not involved.
My point is, Mr. Kejriwal is given a clean chit by all India alliance partners. You have a problem sitting next to the Prime Minister, but you have no problem sharing the stage with Mr. Kejriwal, who you yourself accuse of corruption. Dr. Ranganathan, am I seeing this wrong? Is there something wrong in the way I'm analyzing this?
Absolutely not. But Rahul, if I may, the way you are analyzing it, and in fact, I hinted at it in the beginning as well, this debate, for all we know, could carry on for the next days. The reason for that is that every political party is a hypocrite when it comes to civic infrastructure. There are BJP ruled states and non-BJP ruled state, opposition state. In every state, tens, maybe hundreds of innocent Indians' lives have been lost because of civic apathy. And I told you, I gave you that limited data. In metros, in Mumbai, if you remember, during the monsoon 3 years ago, one professor simply disappeared down a manhole. 14 kilometers downstream, his body was found. So it is not a question of politicians, because they will keep on accusing each other. That's why I wanted a solution. I want a class action suit against the Chief Justice of India. That's it. Will people support me, or will I be hauled into a jail by Supreme Court? That's the question that needs to be answered.
Well, if you're still a free country where we can express ourselves, you shouldn't be hauled. But nonetheless, viewers, the fact is that we have the system completely abandoning us. If a policeman can tell you that onrushing cars is a problem that you need to deal with because ye to rush hour hai, then viewers, what do they tell you? That your life matters squat to anybody.
Let's talk about accountability of Kejriwal.
And therefore, I want to come to this point. Yes, 1 second. Therefore, I want to come back to this point. Unless there is you see, I remember, viewers, Mr. Kejriwal starving himself in the great Ramlila Maidan, saying that the reason we have corruption is because there's no accountability. So we must bring the Lokpal bill with all its teeth so it can snap the necks of the corrupt. We believed in him then, viewers. We believed in them. Today, where is the accountability? Why isn't that same yardstick applied to Mr. Kejriwal, Kejriwal's ministers? Why are we always looking for a scapegoat?
Exactly.
It's a simple question. I began by saying the MCD today in this pocket of Delhi, which has seen this tragedy, is ruled by the AAP. Why isn't there an FIR against the AAP? I'm waiting for Bansuri Swaraj to join me, viewers. I also have some questions to ask of her. I'm hoping that she will join. That's why I've prolonged this debate, and I don't know if she's going to join us or not.
Can I make one last point?
But I just want to tell her, she's a lawyer. Why would she not initiate a class action suit against the people that Dr. Ranganathan is talking about? Why should we have a situation where the people's welfare is taken for granted. It's as simple as that. And Dr. Muni, let me ask you tonight. You gave me this roundabout, sorry to say, absolute, BS of an argument. Can you put your hand on your heart for once in your life and say that, look, yes, these MCD officials need to be put in prison? Can you bring yourself to say that? Dr. Muni, you're a professor in a university. Your students are probably watching you.
Now, you have asked me, let me tell you, I totally agree with you that the MCD, specifically officials who are responsible for this, who did not put checks and balances.
Yes. So let me ask you then, why haven't they been booked? It's been 72 hours. Is the AAP going to say that, I'm sorry, we can't even do that much, we can't even file a case? Counter affidavit to Swati Maliwal ke against, fatafat se laga diya.
Let me tell you, as per the mayor has given clear directions to the MCD commissioner to sack the officials.
Why is the mayor in charge? When the person in charge of the MCD from the AAP, Durgesh Pathak, is on record to say enough is enough. These are his words. And I have tweeted them. Enough is enough, he said. I pulled them straight out of the Indian Express, viewers, the paper they read, so that I am not misquoted. I put that quote, and he says very clearly, Durgesh Pathak, this has been going on in Delhi for years altogether. If he knew, what was he doing? And why has he still got his job? Let's open it up to Bansuri Swaraj. She joins us. You're the MP, Ms. Swaraj, and you're somebody who is also a lawyer, and there's this debate raging in the background at the fact that people of Delhi have been totally abandoned. Now, who is going to take up their fight legally? Because what we need right now is a class action suit. I know the law of torts in this country is weak, but there are other provisions under the law. Can you, as a member of parliament and a person who's well lettered in the law, tell us, our viewers, if you will actually lead this fight? It could be a turning point.
Thank you very much. This is not just a tortious liability. This is a case of utter and absolute criminal negligence. And Rahulji, I would actually like to bring a few facts and basically back my claim. First of all, in Delhi, the government is of Aam Aadmi Party. They have 60 plus MLAs of Aam Aadmi Party. There are 134 councillors of Aam Aadmi Party. The Dali Jal board as well as the MCD are under the control of the Aam Aadmi Party. Rajendra Nagar, where this incident took place, this unfortunate tragedy took place, the MLA is the Honorable MLA Shri Durgesh Pathak of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Parshad is Ms. Aarti Chawla ji, who is of the Aam Aadmi Party. And the Mayor of Delhi, Shelly Oberoi ji, is also of the Aam Aadmi Party. And yet, they make tall claims about not being able to work. I really want to know, why are they absolutely making sure that though they are the chosen government of Delhi, their actions are being masked by their helplessness? You will be shocked that on the 18th of June 2024, the Honorable Mayor Shelly Oberoi ji did a press conference. And she made a very tall claim that 103% target of desilting of nalas has already been achieved. She said that Delhiites will enjoy their monsoon this time. On the 5th of July 2024, Honorable Minister of Irrigation and Flood Control, Shri Saurabh Bharadwaj ji, as well as the Jal Mantri of Delhi, Honorable Minister Atishi ji, did a joint press conference, and they made this tall claim of setting up a 24-hour control room where real-time data will be collected, and they said that all problems of waterlogging will be solved. What happened? When they want to actually make press conferences and tall claims, everything is in their control. But when 3 students lose their life because of utter apathy and their criminal negligence, they certainly turn around and
actually
say,
8 people have lost their lives because of waterlogging related incidents in just the last 25 days. But Ms. Swaraj, fine. I've also put out some facts. We know these facts. We know that people have been negligent. Now, I want to ask you this question straight off. How do we bring them to account? Obviously, if the government, if the police are not filing FIRs against some of these individuals, Durgesh Pathak, who says, I knew about all of this, then is silence complicit? That's the question. And if it shows that, well, silence, breeds complicity, then why hasn't he been sort of charged? He's actually the area MLA for dereliction. What about the...
It's not just about his silence, Rahul.
So I'm asking you, so how do we bring these people to account? Can we file cases? Can citizens file cases? Can the BJP go and file a case? I'm asking. I want to know.
That's exactly why I have actually raised this in Parliament today, and I have asked the Honourable Home Minister to set up a committee to look into the apathy and the criminal negligence of the Kejriwal government.
What's the time frame, ma'am, of this committee?
MLA
time frame, because these committees, as you know...
I've requested it today.
Okay.
Yeah, we raised it during 0 hour. I raised it in Parliament today. Rahulji, I just wanted to share two facts with you. First of all, it's not just about the silence of the MLA Durgesh Pathak ji. It's about him being cognizant about it, making a satirical tweet about it, and yet not doing anything about it. And I must tell you, do you know last year when floods took place, a special committee was formed with the Principal Secretary of Irrigation and Flood, Principal Secretary PWD, CEO Delhi Jal Board, as well as the Commissioner of MCD. They have already made a master drainage plan for Delhi, as well as...
And Saurabh Bhardwaj has said today that they have actioned it actually, but it will take shape only after the monsoon. So, look, I mean, that blame game I'm not getting into, but there has been...
I need to tell you something about this.
Okay, very quickly.
Mr. Bharadwaj is incorrect about his facts.
Okay.
Very quickly, just 2 dates.
Yes.
This proposal was sent to Mr. Saurabh Bharadwaj, the Honourable Minister, on 21st of August 2023. He sat on the file for 5 months, sent it back to the officers on the 2nd of February 2024. The officers have resent it to Honourable Minister on the 8th of April 2024 for the last 3.5 months.
Well, he claims after that, and he's put out a document in the public domain to say that he has actually sanctioned, he has given his sanction for that. That's what he's saying. I'm only bringing out what he has said just recently, about 10-20 minutes ago, he put out those facts. So I'm just saying, viewers, look, I don't want to get enmeshed in the politics. That blame game will continue. It has continued in every city in this country. But we want action. We want to see people either being sacked or in jail for taking lives. That's the least we want to see. I have to leave it at that, Ms. Swaraj. Thank you very much for joining me. This story is not going to go away. I hope to have you back in the next few days. We leave it at this. The Right Stand with Anand Narsimha.